Hey guys, and welcome back. How are you all doing today? It is Jeff Master Flash, and welcome to a Soaking Wet Paul Ricard. So it is race 7, 8, I believe. I think, yeah. Anyway, it's not important. So we are back with this week's career mode, and we are at the Paul Ricard in France. And Jeff, good old Jeff, checked the weather before going into Q3. Q3 was supposed to be a cloudy session, and then yeah, you go into Q3 and it is absolutely raining cats and dogs. So you've got a dry setup on a wet track, and what makes it more difficult for me is that I stuck with the same engine that was down on power in Canada, and around the Paul Ricard, which is a fast flowing free circuit, you need every ounce of power that you can get. Going into the Paul Ricard, we had some major upgrades to, ultimate upgrades I should say, to the aero package and the chassis design. It was movement of fuel tanks, so yeah, 2 ultimate upgrades, and you can see the difference. I mean, you can see the difference at the start of the race, and I'll explain as we get further. But it was sort of a wet lap, and I managed to cross the line in 1:41.5, I think, or 1:41.4. Obviously, as always, it is round 8, race 8. Hamilton took pole for this race. The race is all dry and overcast, so we should be in for a decent race. I've done a lot of racing lately at the Paul Ricard. I've done the Williams FW18. I've done first race on the Assetto Corsa here as well, and that is a bizarre experience, jumping from a Formula 1 to a GT3 car, and the layout of the track is completely different as well. With the F1, you have the long straight, then a left, right, left turn, whereas with the GT3 cars you just have the long back straight. I've been to turn 10, turn 9, 10, where you have the trail braking, and then around and then into turn 12, notorious turn 12. A lot of grid penalties as well for Red Bull today. Red Bull were hot on our heels. You can see Hamilton did a 1:49.2 and I did a 1:41.4, so I was quite a fair bit off him today. Vettel did qualify in 3rd, but good penalty. Not sure what happened to Weber, but he is way down in P9. A lot of the teams taking good penalties. I should have changed my engine before coming here, but I'll get that done before we head to the Red Bull Ring, which look forward to that race. I'm also looking forward to the Red Bull Ring being on TV tomorrow. It's been such a long time, so looking forward to Formula 1 coming back on TV. Well, just like you guys, I would imagine. But we are getting set for the formation lap, and yeah, it's strange as Hamilton, just like the normal race, he just takes off, and I thought the idea of formation lap was not to go too far in front, so then you were sat more on the grid, and I don't know, he just seems to take off. But absolutely love this circuit. I started off saying that the Paul Ricard for me was a kind of meh circuit. The more you race somewhere, the more you either enjoy it or you hate it. Me personally, I don't hate circuits, I don't dislike them either. I think hate and dislike comes from how difficult the circuits are, and in my opinion, with circuits, it's your mindset. For example, a lot of people dislike Monaco because of the close proximity of the walls. If you went into the mindset of I love Monaco, maybe, just maybe, your perceptions will change, your driving style will change, and you will be just more of jump in the car, or and just drive it without the worry or the feeling of dread or hate towards the circuit. I mean, I really do. I enjoy Monaco. I really do. I think a circuit like Singapore is a lot harder than Monaco. But yeah, that's just me. That's just my opinion. Please don't shoot me for it. A lot of people really dislike Spa. I absolutely love Spa, and I think apart from the Nürburgring, I think it's the best circuit in Europe. Again, that's just my opinion. A lot of people love Canada, a lot of people love this circuit, but watch this for a start. I'm going to say nothing. All I know is that on any other day, so 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and then gone. I even beat Hamilton in that start, but because my power is down so low, I just get swamped. Even Bottas in the McLaren, which I was lucky not to take us both out there. The old dive bomb, elbows out, seemed to have worked, but McLaren, Bottas in the McLaren got overtaken by the Racing Point of Perez. No, not too sure who was in the Racing Point, but you're away. And because I'm so far down on power, just look how far Hamilton's got out in front of me. It's crazy. Any other day of the week with the start like I had, it even looked like a jump start, but it wasn't. That's the main thing. It just took off, and I don't believe I can catch him. You guys will have to see what happens at the end of this race, but the upgrades worked absolutely awesome, and by the middle to end of lap 2, out in front it's just me and Hamilton. None of the other cars touched us. I think due to them upgrades and just how far, well, you can see the gap between Hamilton is going around T14, T15, and then me, and then the rest of the gap, the rest of the grid, and that's how bad the rest of the grid are behind us. And Ferrari are second from bottom in the R&D chart, so they just haven't upgraded their car at all this season, last season, which is bizarre. But that was the end of lap 2. This is the end of lap 1. This is lap 2. Hope you guys stick around to the end. Hope you guys are all well. Let me know down in the comments below just how many of you are looking forward to Austria tomorrow, and your race predictions. Mine, I'm going Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, but I think with Mercedes sorted out their cooling issues to the engine, which hampered them last season, I think they're nailed on for victory tomorrow. However, famous last words. Have a fantastic day, guys. Really hope you do, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bottas and Hamilton. Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the mediums. Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Store is getting worn, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. Engines showing small signs of wear, power output will be down. Pit window open, let's box this lap. Right, come in at the end of this lap. Box. Go now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires. is in for a stop. First position, front of the pack. Lewis is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 6 laps to go. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. That's a new fastest lap for the race. second. The gap behind us is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 32.2. Okay, the boots aren't looking too warm at this point. We should have plenty of life left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing them properly. To teammate behind is 3.2 seconds. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. This is your final lap of the race. Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Joker increases their championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to say Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race. Incredible driving.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.